You, as a realtor, are probably getting views on social media right now, but if you are being completely honest with yourself, ask yourself this: how many of those views are actually turning into real life clients? Because the difference between content that gets views and content that gets clients has nothing to do with the algorithm. I know it's frustrating, but it has everything to do with the intent you put behind your videos that you're posting. So today, I want to take you through and walk you through what the difference between content that gets views and content that actually gets clients, because they are not the same thing. And I think at the end of the day, us as realtors are always wanting to up our production, especially if we're going to post on social media. That is the main goal, is to then get clients. Not yet met, my name is Sophia and I am a realtor here in Colorado, and I am the founder of The Branded Agent. And this channel is for you if you are an agent who wants to build a personal brand, if you want to show up consistently online, and if you want to turn your content into actual closings without burnout. That is number one. Burnout is key in this industry, and I do not want that to happen to you. Everything that I share on YouTube and on my pages just comes from real experience. Take it from me. I've done it. I've been there. So I just want to give you all of my knowledge. Views are so easy to chase. They feel good. They feel validating. They feel like we're getting somewhere. They feel like we're having progress. But I really want to harp on this. Views alone are not going to build your book of business. You guys, I had a video that had 200,000 views. I got 200 followers from it, 0 clients. That was way back. So when you start measuring success only by views, it quietly pulls you into the wrong direction, because when views become the goal, your content then becomes very performative instead of purposeful. And I feel like back then, way back then, I feel like I'm old, that is what I was chasing, was views. So performance does not always equal trust, and take it from me, I have had many videos blow up, but if you can't convert them, if you do not have a funnel to convert, and if you don't start building trust, those views and those viral videos are not going to turn into anything. You are using a trending audio, for instance, or maybe a viral hook. You have broad generic messaging. Trending audio, you have a viral hook, your broad generic messaging. You have content designed to stop the scroll, so that's attention-based content. And I want to be really clear, there's nothing wrong with trending audios, there's nothing wrong with trending hooks, but here's what you need to really understand: that most of the people that are engaging with this type of content are the scrollers, and they're not actively buying or selling in your market. And so that's the difference between people sometimes who have thousands of followers and people who just have a few. It's like, are those people who just want to watch because something caught their attention, not because they're ready to make a decision, or they actually buyers and sellers that are ready to buy and sell? So what happens is this: your views are coming from your reach, but your clients will always come with trust that you build with them. Where I want you to pause, and I really want you to look inside and ask yourself something very important. Let's just say that you posted a video, and let's say it goes viral. Oh my God, a lot of followers from that video, like I did. I gained 200 followers. What is your plan to then convert them? What does your funnel look like after the views happen? Because viral videos are amazing. They're great. There's people to your page, but they can absolutely bring you awareness. But if there's no strategy behind your viral videos, then no trust building content to follow and no clear positioning once someone lands on your page, those followers are sort of a waste, because they don't turn into clients. They just turn into a numbers, and at the end of the day, numbers and followers don't matter. And this is the gap that a lot of agents don't realize, that sometimes the $5,000 or the 500,000, why do I keep saying that? Sometimes you don't realize that the people that have 500 followers are the ones that make the most amount of money. It's not the agent that has 20,000 followers. Content that gets you clients does 3 things consistently. I really want you guys to write this down. First, it's going to educate your viewers. It explains the process clearly. It answers the questions from your audience that they're already asking. It removes any confusion that your audience is feeling. Number 2, write this down. It's going to position you. Your content that you're posting positions you. It shows you how you think, what you prioritize in your life and in your business, and how you approach your work. Write that down. And number 3, it builds safety and it builds connections. It makes someone feel like you would guide them well and not just pressure them into buying. You are the trustworthy realtor that they know. That's the kind of content that people come back to because they have a connection and they feel connected to you because now they feel like they can trust you. Here's the shift that I really want you guys to make. So instead of asking yourself, will this get views? I think we're all like, oh, this only got 20 views, I should delete it. No, don't do that. Start asking yourself, would someone feel confident hiring me after watching this? Ask yourself that, because the person who hires you is not the one that just watched that one viral video. Like I said, maybe, but 9 times out of 10, that's not going to happen. It's the person who has watched several of your videos, people who have come back for more because you're enticing and you're engaging, and each time they felt much more clarity and not more confusion. Your content needs to speak to somebody rather than speak to everybody. Viral content typically speaks to everybody versus niching down speaks to you. Client converting content usually looks quieter. Like I said, you're probably not going to have a whole lot of views, likes. For you, that might look like clearer explaining who you are and what you stand for, walking someone through maybe a real life negotiation scenario, talk about your seller concessions, talk about how you netted your seller the most amount of money. You want clarifying it. Maybe you clarify a misconception you see all the time. Like, for instance, we're in Colorado and people think that the housing market is crashing. It's not crashing. Do that. Tell a story about how you helped a client get a better outcome and how you helped a client maybe save some money. This type of content that we just went over may not always go viral, and it's probably not going to, but it's going to build trust with your viewers, and trust is what leads people to reach out to you, which then leads to more closings. A lot of the pressure that you feel comes from thinking that you need to be an entertainer online, right? We need to be that dancing TikToker. You don't need to be, but when someone is making a major financial decision, especially in Colorado, the average price point here is $500,000. Entertainment is not what they're looking for from you. They are looking for a few things. They're looking for clarity, they're looking for trust, and that they know you and can rely on you. They're looking for confidence and someone that can connect with them on a human level. People right now just want to feel known, seen, validated, and feel like they're talking to an actual human, especially with all the AI right now. So you guys, I promise you do not need to perform, you need to explain, and that's what separates content creators from trusted realtors and trusted advisors. This is where long form content can become very powerful for you. I'm sitting here for 10 minutes filming this video because it allows people to hear your tone. It allows you guys to understand my pacing. It allows you guys to understand maybe my patience and maybe my thought process. Get to know you maybe on a little bit more of a personal level. It shows how you would likely show up for them in real life. You do not need a massive amount of audience, you guys. You just need the right people listening long enough to trust you. And remember, that just goes back to the funnels. They're on your page now. How are you going to funnel them down the leads to convert them into a closing? I have to tell myself this every single day: views don't matter. It's that one person that can convert. So when I stopped focusing on views and started focusing on clarity, everything changed for me. My content became way more simple, my messaging became way stronger, and the conversations that I started having were more aligned with me, my business, who I wanted to work with. I stopped trying to reach everyone. They always say that the money is in the niche. And so I truly do believe that. And I started speaking directly to the people I actually wanted to work with. That made all the difference in my business. And I promise, when you start speaking to the people that you want to help and work with, they're going to start naturally attracting to you. And I really want you guys to notice something, that if this video feels different, if it feels like I'm talking directly to you, that's intentional. That is what client converting content does. I want you to feel something. I want you to feel like, oh my gosh, that girl is talking to me. I need to reach out to her. It doesn't try to speak to everyone. I'm not trying to speak to everyone here. I'm trying to speak to you. And that is how you start building trust with your audience. That's how your content should make people feel, and that's how they start wanting to work with you, is because you made them feel heard, you made them feel validated, and they feel close to you. If your content online is not converting to closings, it does not mean it's bad. It usually means it's missing intention. And this took me a little while to hone in on. And I think I even have to stop myself sometimes, be like, is this intentional? It's all about intention. Views are not the goal. Trust is, and trust is built through clarity, consistency, honesty, and connection. If this was helpful for you, and I really, really hope it was, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I post deep dive videos like this every single week to help realtors just like yourselves, and I want to help you build sustainable businesses through visibility, strategy, and systems. And please, please remember, write this down. You do not need to do everything. You need to do the right things, and you need to do them consistently. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. Bye!